Okay, I'm gonna make a video on really what's the best practice on how you should set up your phone system. And really, it's going to be very important on how you set up your phone system. It's going to help you with keeping track of all calls that have come in. It's going to also help you with getting rid of duplicates. It's also going to help you determine how many times that lead is reached out to you. Okay, and you're going to want to track all of this. If you've got old voice messages that you want to go through, it really comes down to your phone system. Too many times I see newbies that will just have the lead notification come right into their seller's lead area, and then maybe they delete a lead because they think it's a duplicate, and what happens is it wasn't a duplicate, and all of a sudden that lead is gone forever. Or maybe a virtual assistant did that. You never want to delete your phone log as it comes in. So I'm going to walk you through a pretty intensive look at how you can set up your phone system. Once you set it up, guys, you're done. You never have to touch it again. So let's jump right into this. Best practices for your phone system when using Podio. Okay, so first that we're going to look at is our incoming calls. Okay, and I put this right here because you definitely should have a separate workspace, and instead of it actually coming to the lead area where you're actually working with the leads, you're going to want a separate workspace. So you're going to store all of your incoming calls, set up a separate app item based on leads. So here's the thing. If you've got incoming calls for sellers, you're going to want to set up its own app item. Cash buyers, retail buyers, commercial buyers, any type of different type of lead that's coming in, you're going to want to separate that out in an app. So let me give you an example here. Okay, so what you'll see is this is my incoming calls for my seller leads. This is my incoming calls for my cash buyers. This is my incoming calls for my retail buyers. These are all different type of lead, and they're going to behave differently. So you're going to want to handle them differently when dealing with Podio. Okay, so let's move forward. Now, here's the thing. Okay, when you do make those separate app items, you don't really have to get detailed about it. All you're going to really need is a call field, okay, a phone number field, and notes. That is it. Because what we're going to do, and I'm going to walk you through, we're going to use some code to take all of this information and put it in the correct spaces within your lead app. Okay, so let's take a look here. So you got calls, okay, and this is just a simple text field right here, phone number, and your notes. Okay, calls will be the subject line of incoming emails. So whatever notification system that you're using, as far as when I say notification, whatever email that your phone company is sending you indicating what calls you have, the call section right here is usually going to be the subject line of that incoming email, and then the notes is going to be the body of that email. And usually when a call comes over, this spot is empty, and I'm going to teach you how you fill that spot. Okay, so let's go back here. And then really by doing it this way, having this separate workspace, it's going to really help you prevent duplicates. So I'll walk you through that later as well. Okay, video instructions for setting up Podio. So I've actually
This video is going to
made a little video for you guys and showing you how you set up the incoming calls, the email, the app function for the notification. So when you get a chance, get a look at that. Okay, and then workflows needed, and I'm going to touch upon this. There are going to be some workflows that you're going to need to properly set up your phone system. Okay, preferred phone system. So, guys, I've used a couple different systems, and really, I wanted to um, go over my preferred phone system. And I've used lots of different phone systems, and I've integrated them with Podio. And for one reason or another, each one of those, they had their great points, but they were lacking something. Okay, so my preferred system is CallRail. If you follow this, it's going to take you to CallRail, their website. But CallRail really integrates very, very, very well with Podio. Here, a couple things about CallRail. Okay, for instance, when CallRail, let's say that a lead calls in, they leave a message. Other systems, what they would do is they would email you a voicemail, and then that voicemail would be attached to your app item. The challenge with that is that I don't want attachments because I've got different employees all over the world that are working on this, and they're using different systems, and then they have to download that voicemail, and then they have to play it. If they don't have the right music player, then it's not going to work. So CallRail, what they actually do is CallRail actually shoots over a link. You click on that link takes you right to the voicemail. And that link actually comes over in their email notification, and you can actually put that link in a proper place so they can always listen to that voicemail. That voicemail is being kept on their end and not my end, so it's not wasting space on my computer. A couple other things, CallRail lets me record phone calls, and this is going to be perfect for when you are training. So if you want to record a call that you're on, you can easily do that. If you want to call back from the number that was out on your marketing, you can easily do that. And it's not very expensive, approximately $3 per phone number. I would, and it just really integrates very well, and I can't sit that enough. So I'm going to go over how you set up CallRail. So I've made another video here, so you're going to click on this video, and CallRail, the only one drawback of CallRail, it is a little bit confusing, okay? So to set up, but once you get the hang of it, it's fairly easy. It really is, the way they set up their system, it's good for somebody that has hundreds of phone numbers, but it is a little bit confusing. But once you get it done, take a look at that video. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a question below the video, or if not, I'm always on Twitter, and my Twitter name is Ronald Keene. That's Keene. So leave a question there, and I'll get back to that. Okay. So, okay, here's the coding that I was talking about. And I'm going to go over this with it specifically, but when that phone number or that call comes into your Podio account, this is what it's going to look like. Okay, so let's see here. Let's look at this one. I don't want to look at a text one, but it doesn't matter. But so each time a call comes over, they look like this. It's the same every single time, and that's important that it's the same every single time, because now we can use code to extract the phone number that called. We can extract other information. Here is the well, you know what? This is not a good one. Let's one where somebody actually left a call. Okay, so and this is the link that I was talking about. It's like a callback link or voicemail link. You click on this link, it allows for you or anyone in your organization the ability to call back that phone number that called using your tracking number, which is awesome. Okay, so it looks like this. So here's a couple things that I want to extract out of this. Okay, I want to extract the phone number, and I want to extract this callback link right here. Okay, and if there was this has caller ID in it as well, which is an awesome feature. I want to extract a name out of there if there is a name there. Okay, so I'm going to walk you through that, and let's see, I believe I have a workflow that's going to show you that. Okay, so this is the workflow for CallRail, guys. Okay, I'm going to walk you through this. First things first, you're going to notice this is my incoming calls. Okay, this is for my seller leads. So what happens here, there's no filters, and when an item is created, okay, so what you're going to see here is that you're going to have to create some variables, okay, and the reason why you're going to create a variable is because you're extracting information from just a paragraph, and you have to tell uh, the workflow what that information is. Okay, so this right here is the code that you're going to want to use. So this is specific for CallRail. Okay, so if you guys have another phone system that you're using and you want to get a code just like this, please also message me. Let me know. You can go to my Twitter and I can actually help you out with that. Okay, so what you're going to see here is this phone is basically going in, this variable right here is going in my notes section, and they're taking out that phone number right there. Okay, and then also what this code is doing right here, it's going in my notes section, and it's taking that call back link or voicemail link. Okay, and so now I'm calling that my phone and I'm calling that my recording. So now here, when I want to create a new lead in my seller lead, what's going to happen is this creates a new lead. I'm telling it the stage of the lead to be new. I'm also going to tell the next action, call seller attempt 1. Seller name is going to be the title, and the title is really whatever's in that call area. This is going to be the title. Okay, so let's see here. Did I close that? Okay, and then the way you're going to get the notes portion is clicking this. There's not really going to be much here because remember, we only have 3 things: your calls, your phone number, and your notes. That's it. Okay, so and then this right here is that phone. Okay, now what you're going to see here, and let's just jump over here a little bit, which is this is it. So what you're going to see here is I also have an addition right here. Okay, it's saying the phone number of my incoming calls is going to be updated with my variable phone number. So basically what that means, this portion right here, when this comes over, there's nothing there. Okay, the only thing that comes over in that email is this section and this section. So what I did was I created a workflow that extracted this phone number, and then not only extracted this phone number, but then put the phone number right here. Okay, so my other workflow extracted this link, and now is putting that link, if we go back here, is putting that call record, or putting that link, that's the link right here, and it's putting it in the call recording section, call back in my seller lead app. Okay, so and then what's happening, because I extracted this phone number and I added this phone number to the phone number within my incoming calls, now I can go ahead and take that phone number and put it into my seller app as well. Okay, so I know it might be a little bit confusing. Hopefully you're not confused, but if you are, it doesn't really matter. Copy this if you're using CallRail. That's it. Copy it, okay? And you're going to see that it works. If you have any problems or concerns, feel free to Twitter me at Ronald Keene, and I'll have my assistant help you out as well, okay? So let's go back here. Okay, if I look at this, and this is kind of what I was saying. So you get your phone number and your variable code. Okay, basically just copy this. You're gonna have to take out the notes right here and actually add the field with this button. Okay, so when you do that, remember this part you have to actually insert by clicking one of these. Okay, so and for your call recording variable code, this is that right there. Just copy. Okay, and then need to input phone number and voice message link into correct field. Needed to set up text message replies. All right, so why do we do all this information? Okay, so when that notification actually comes over, it's important that we extract the phone number from that email and we put it in the phone number field. The reason why you're going to want to do that, guys, is because when somebody calls, I want to send them an instant text message. I want to send them follow-up text messages. I want to send them, I want my assistant not to go and try to find that information, but have it there already. I want it automated. Everything automated, automated, automated. So hopefully this will help you with that, okay? So let's go to the next section. Let's say you're not using CallRail. Let's say that you have a phone system that you are already using, okay? I'm going to cover that as well, okay? So what you're going to see here is set up email notifications. Okay, phone systems should be able to send notifications to your incoming app email. Okay, guys, when you get a phone call, if they don't send you some type of email notification indicating what type of phone call that you received, get rid of them. Now, here's the thing, okay? Most companies will send you a notification, but they won't send you a notification if it's a missed call. If they don't do that, get rid of them. You want documentation of every single type of call that comes in, because lots of people will call and not leave a message, but there's still money to be made from those. Okay, so you want a phone system that emails you when any action happens with your phone number. Okay, and then once you have that notification set up, you're going to want that email notification to be a specific email. So you don't want them to send it to your personal email anymore. You want it to send it to your incoming calls area. Okay, so remember, when you want to send it, let's say I wanted to send it to my incoming calls, this one, where you're going to get the email is you're going to click the wrench right here, and then you're going to use this email to app function. And then you're going to highlight this, copy that email, and this is the email you're going to want to send all notifications, every single one of them, okay? So let's go back here. I think I even have...
Okay, this video is...
Okay, so you can watch this video again. I'll walk you through how you get that email as well, okay? So test the email to app with phone system. We'll need this for the next step. Okay, so here's the thing. Once you have that email in there, I want you to test the system. Get it to start sending you notifications. Call, leave voice messages, missed calls, and see how it looks, okay? So here, this is what CallRail looks like every single time. Now, a couple things will change. It might say abandoned, or it might say missed, or voicemail, but it's going to look like this every single time. Once you have the layout of what that message looks like, guys, then you can actually get the code fairly easy. Then we can come up with the code that extracts the phone number. We can come up with the code that extracts the link. Okay, so you have to test the system, and you can go to GlobyFlow, and they can help you, and that's all I use for my workflows of GlobyFlow integrations, contact GlobyFlow support, and then what they'll do is they'll make that code for you. Okay, so ask them to create a custom variable so that you can pull the necessary data out of your app of choice. Items to pull over to the lead app. Some items will be including calls and titles and don't need custom variables. So if you're going to want type of call, caller ID, voicemail attachment if they're sending over attachments, voicemail call link, phone number, source name, and this is going to be important for your campaign tracking. For instance, if I go back here, let's see here. If I go back here, what you're going to see, what you'll notice, is this has purchase agreement there. Okay? So I know that this person received a purchase agreement from me, and they're calling back the number of my purchase agreement, which is different than every other number. So I know that this could be a potential hot lead. They want to talk about the purchase agreement that I sent over to them. So that's important for campaign tracking. That's a whole new video. I won't even get into that. But these are some things that you can actually pull over. Okay, so GlobyFlow will give you a code to create custom variables. Guys, GlobyFlow, I believe, charges, I want to say $150 an hour or something like that. If you want us to do that for you, then we actually do that at a fraction of the cost. So I believe we're like $35 an hour. So if you cannot get GlobyFlow to do that, or they're going to ask you for $150, don't do it. Contact me. You can leave a message on the video or Twitter me about that, and we'll get in contact with you as well. Okay, so just be mindful of that. Okay, so test. Before you actually drop your mail, before you start investing in your marketing, just make sure it works. And it's really simple. You know, you're gonna make a phone call, see that phone call, go through your incoming calls, and then go right into your seller lead or your cash buyer lead section or your commercial or your retail lead section, whatever section that you have within Podio. Okay. Let's see here, and I believe that's it. All right, guys, that is the phone system. Good luck.